All right, guys, welcome back to the first episode of 2020. We're doing something crazy. We're doing something brand new. I haven't done this before, and I'm very happy we can. Christmas was very good to me because I got this camera over here and this second camera that we have that we've been using forever. This one's going to be fun. This is the base one, but this one over here, for the people that are listening, it follows my face as I move, so I could walk around the room and have a podcast. So I just want to say thank you for sticking with me. I know there are a couple of you that are kind of diehards, and I love it. I'm so thankful for all of the people that do view. Even though it's not a ton of people, I'm still thankful for it, and I appreciate all you guys. But today, I got a couple actually really, really interesting topics. I've just recently got into... So we know that I've been doing TikTok for a long time. I'm pretty addicted to it, right? And I just hit 11,000 followers. Pretty good. And I got bored, and I was like, all right, let's see what I can do with this. Is there something bigger I can do? Or is there a tactic that I can have that is going to give me more followers quicker? Is there something like that? Because I do want to grow, and the main purpose of this whole thing and this whole experiment on TikTok was to see if I could grow my business. And then I kind of got pulled into... how would I put it? I got pulled into the trends more, and then it became more of a social feature for me. So I love doing it. It's very, very fun. But it's not the business way where I wouldn't be getting clients from that. I'd be just kind of getting more fans or more people that know about me, which is kind of cool. But like what I'm trying to get to is I got bored. I wasn't growing as fast as I wanted, but I'm putting in the effort. I was putting in like 6 posts a day at one point, constantly for like a month. And then I got to 11K. That took a while. But the big jump that got me from 10K to 11K was what I did. I created there's this trend in TikTok where there's something called I'm the MapleCrew now actually. But there's something called the Hype House, and it's a bunch of creators that got together through TikTok and through their agencies or whatever it is. And they kind of got a house, and they started posting videos together. They started creating stuff like YouTube videos. They got all together, made massive stuff there, and even merch and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I like that idea. I don't have the hype, but what I could do is kind of take that whole talent incubator kind of thing and run with that idea. Conveniently, some other girl was just posted this whole thing saying, let's make the Castle of Canada, and that was kind of the name they went with it. And I tried to join, and I was like, that's a great idea. Let's see what I can do there. And we worked for a little bit, and then it didn't work out. We kind of faded away. And I was like, all right, let's do this on my own. Let's see where I can take this. So I stepped up, and I spent probably the first week after I heard about this whole thing, I was DMing everybody as much as possible. Probably maybe 150 people a day. Just, hey, what are your thoughts on this? Hey, how do you like that? Is this a good idea? Do you think this would work? And I got a lot of responses. Surprisingly, it was a shocking amount. Just because I think that part of hype, everybody really does. Everybody's attracted to fame. For a majority of people, even if you're introverted or you're extroverted, you're attracted to that type of, everybody knows who I am. And TikTok's an amazing way for that. So all these people that I invited to this little group, it worked out surprisingly well. I thought I was going to have to do a lot more work than I did. I'm still doing a lot of work for the group, but everybody's so helpful. They're just in it to win it kind of thing. So I invited a bunch of people, some all over Canada, right? So it's called the MapleCrew. We're just a bunch of creators. It took us so long to come up with a name. That was the best part. Because we would like, that's a good idea. Oh, no, that's a terrible idea. And someone would be like, no. But what I'm learning from this is people are going to have difference of opinions. And that even happened with the one girl that had the idea. So it wasn't really her idea because talent incubators, like I said, have been around for years. Starting with like the Team 10 era all the way back to any creator before during the internet era. So I was like, all right, let's see what we can do here. And we kind of worked together. It didn't happen like I was saying. And then she started getting really, really mad at me and like aggressive. And like she would go on her live streams and talk poorly about me, calling me a snake. And it was, for me, it was just more, it would motivate me to do more. It would motivate me to be like, we're taking this, we're going full tilt on this. We're taking this really seriously. We're going to go. And then I was like, no, you're just being petty. You're being the opposite of what you always want to push out. Because for the people that don't normally listen to this podcast, I'm trying to be as positive as possible. Sometimes I will slip up and do something petty, which I ended up doing. I was on a live stream, just kind of talking to the group, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm winning. We're winning now," and that's because we passed her in followers. And then somebody called me out on it, and I was like, "You know what? Yeah, you're totally right. That was completely petty." And then they continued to attack me, and I'm like, that's okay. You know what? That's your opinion. I'm sorry. I hope we have the best opportunities for everybody. Hope we can really make something happen here. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But going back to the little group, that's the little beef that kind of started the whole idea. But actually, I'm getting lost. 2020. This is the first episode of 2020. Welcome to Carsons Conversations, episode 28. Pretty cool. I just want to say congratulations to everybody getting here. We got to stay positive. And for me, like right now, this whole MapleCrew thing, I'm doing this because I love it. I'm having so much fun, and I'm meeting so many crazy new people that are just like, I've never been happier. And that's what 2020 is going to be about for everybody, and that's the goal. I know I said it's the year of I told you so, and that's exactly what's going to happen. But with this whole like deal happening now, the whole MapleCrew thing is really taken, I don't want to say fame, but like the level of interest in me to another level for a whole bunch of people. Because since I am kind of the creator, I don't like that term just because we're a group, everybody's putting in group effort, but it's weird. I don't really know how to describe it. But the whole thing is like MapleCrew, we're going to build this massive thing. I honestly, I've been thinking about this for a long, long time. The whole idea didn't come from this, but I wanted to get creators together because personally, I'm a creative person. I like to think outside the box. I like to think of new things. That's why I kind of started the media company, right? So with the media company, I can create, and I can make some money, great. But I can help, and I can also help people. That's one thing. I can help them build the brand that they don't have, create content for them that they can repurpose for other things, ads, whatever it is, and just grow from there. And for me, this whole MapleCrew creator group is like a talent incubator for the business. That's when I first thought about it. I was like, you know what? I could use this, and if I execute it properly, because it's all about ideas don't really matter as long as you can execute on the idea. Like Facebook is the same thing. Facebook wasn't really Zuck's idea. He just executed way better on it and did it faster, you know? But with this whole group, there's 10 of us, 12 of us. I don't know. The number changes every day because we invite people, and they're like, they're kind of shady, or they don't want to be with us, and then they just leave. So let's say 10 people. These 10 people that I met all over Canada, Alberta, Winnipeg, Vancouver, whatever, up north too, which is really cool. There's just so many, it's such a variety of different people. So it really opens your eyes to different things, and you get to see kind of how life can change for different people. But the whole thing for this group, this little creator squad, is to really build a brand around us as a group and as individuals. Because that's important right now. Like, brand is the most important thing ever of all. Because if you have something bad happens, let me put into a business context. I know most of my viewers aren't business, but technology, right? So I got a Google Home chilling right here, over here off camera. I'd be like, yo, Googs, what's up? Tell me this. If I need to order, so if I want to get like a bunch of drinks, okay, so let's order Coke. Hey, I don't want to say it because Google's going to turn on, but Google, order this. Or Google, find me a lawyer. You want to be the name that pops up. Because in the future, when that voice stuff is so far beyond, you got to watch out. As personal brands, like, important. So what I was thinking was I'm getting these group together. We're going to kind of use each other's fame. So I'm second from the bottom on followers. We got good old Steve. Steve's just hitting 10K, I think. I'm at 11.5. And then we got people at like 28,000 all the way up to Cassidy, who is a god, at 1.4 million followers. Scary big, right? We can use, as a group, each other's fame and each other's followers to grow our own. And with that, since we've created a centrified thing, we can then build more stuff. So we can invite more creators on. We can have like a podcast. That's what I really want to do though. So what I'm doing here and breaking it down onto the post, we're building another brand. And a lot of people, so it's about, the whole idea started, right, with this little hype house. And so everybody wants to get a house. I'm thinking let's push further later. Like, let's push hard now so we can build up a whole bunch of stuff, and then maybe we get a house or we split our ways, do whatever it is. They're all about the house idea. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'd be living with people I don't actually know. But the whole thing is, with this, you can bring brand deals along. You can become an influencer. And influencer marketing right now is insane. There's so much opportunity. Like almost everybody and their mom wants to be a social media influencer because it's such an easy gig. You have to work hard for it, but most people are just going to love it because they're attracted to that fame. They're addicted to it. And that's what happens with TikTok. That's why so many people are posting on it constantly and constantly and constantly just because they want to see if they can get their 15 minutes. And that happens. And I did that. Like I was like, oh, we're going to post this, follow trends. No, it doesn't. That's not how that works. The best TikToks the TikToks that do the best for me are the ones that I was like, you know what, this is what I really like. I'm just going to post it and see what it is. And I just found out what I think works for me. And it's like a mixture between cinematic kind of shots. So like I did one where I was walking and I had it on a skateboard, the camera propped up on a skateboard, and I pushed it down the hallway that I was in, and I walked to some song from the 80s, and it was amazing, and I love it. It was super entertaining to me, and I just enjoyed every second of it, even making it. And it took me like 15 tries to film because I couldn't get my arm out of the shot early enough or get the shot in right. And I just loved it. Other times I'm filming stuff and I hate it, and I'm like, oh, this is so bad. And I'm like trying to hop on trends and just follow something that somebody else does, and it doesn't work. I might get those extra likes, but it's not validating enough. It's not like, oh, I got these likes, this is pointless. I want people to give me likes for something I enjoy. I want people to understand this is what I'm doing. And it feels much better when something you do if you enjoy, becomes successful. But the whole thing is, if you take likes out of that picture, it shouldn't matter. Like, I would still post those little videos if it didn't show likes, or if I didn't get any likes, just because it's entertaining to me. I'm at the point now where I kind of have a business around it, or I have an actual action plan set around it, so I do need the likes in order to continue to grow, but that's okay. Some people are going to have different struggles, right? And that happens in life, and that's what I've learned just by meeting these new people. Everybody's got different struggles. We're going to get into kind of issues. We're going to go along the way, but it's all a learning experience. We're all here to figure out what's new. How can we help? Is this a better way to go at this? And like building a brand, and I feel like it's teaching everybody within the group what kind of building a brand is and how hard it actually is. Just coming up with a name took us 3 days. We almost got completely wiped out by other groups, and that's starting to happen now. A lot of groups are coming up, so we're going to have to step our game up, which is going to be fun, and that's going to get real intense. But I hope I can pull the group together, and we can just kind of put it down, make podcasts, YouTube videos. Hopefully we're going to be meeting up soon. That's the cool part. We've even had a bunch of people call us. That's the interesting thing. So I had kind of like it's like a talent management company reach out to me because I was like the leader. I was the front face of it. And they're like, we really like this idea. We want to get something together, see what we can do. And I was like, if I'm completely honest, I was a little hesitant because I was like, they see the potential in us, but the thing is they might be using it for leverage later. So we could do the same things with reaching out, and even just the connections within the group are very, very strong. So we can reach out to other people that we know and find a deal there. And then we got like this photographer guy that I was really interested in. We'd come out to Toronto as a group. We'd all kind of like get a hotel, get one of those deals maybe to get the hotel marketing deal. And he would just be kind of our film guy. He would follow us around, film us. And I was like, that's also a good idea. So there's so much opportunity here, not only for me, but for the rest of the people. And since I'm at the lower tier, I'm not that important. But the only part that I make sure that I keep myself important in the loop is I've got the passwords. So I do have a say in things, which is funny. But the group works so well. The group atmosphere, we do have some issues sometimes where people feel left out, but it is just, it's so much fun. And the thing that's best about it is most of the people in the group, we've only known each other for like 5 days. Some people have known each other longer just because of it. But everybody, like, we were on Snapchat calls for like hours going over what we want to do. What's the plans? What's the next video that we're going to make? And everybody it was pure bliss for everybody because we were just enjoying it. We're in the moment, not caring about likes, not caring about views, and it worked. And I'm honestly, I think people see that. They see that the group that we have isn't there just for the likes. We're not here just for hype. We're here because we enjoy it. And I wish I would. Soon I think I'll have every member on the group on the podcast, and we'll talk about it. And we'll talk about what we want to do, what they want to do in life. And I think that's the next goal, because everybody's like in the Ontario area, so I can do that. The Alberta boys, I might have to fly. They might have to fly out or something like that. And Cass, up with 1 million followers, up super far north, Thunder Bay. But I think that's the plan. Like, it's too much fun. And I just love it. Like, that podcasting, I love it so much. Building that the business part, I love it. But when all of this stuff combines together, I have never been happier, guys. Like, it's great. And I wish more people could find what they love. Because I see that, like, even in high school, people just get like, oh, I don't know what I want to do. They're going to go to school for something they don't really enjoy. Maybe they're like, I use this example all the time, but you're a painter and you want to paint, but your parents want you to be an engineer. I don't know. Just do what you actually enjoy. And even, like, if it doesn't make you tons of money, who cares? If you love it, right? Like, I'm working so hard at this. Like, I was not all day today I was working on it, but from 12 o'clock to now, I've been grinding out, making posts for everybody, editing, creating new stuff, coming up with ideas. We haven't posted in 2 days, which is a worry for me, but we're going to figure it out. We're trying to grind out a bunch of stuff, get a list of who's posting what days, who can go live stream, who can do this, all this type of stuff. And it's so enjoyable. It's something that I haven't had the experience of doing before. So I'm kind of like a manager, but everybody's a manager of themselves. So everybody calls everybody out if they do something wrong. Everybody has their say. We have to make sure everybody says yes. It's real strong democracy in this group, which is the best part, because nobody gets too mad at each other. And if they get mad, they're like, you know what? Yeah, I guess it was out of line. I guess that. And sometimes I 100% came across way too hardcore at the very beginning of this little group. And everybody's like, whoa, this kid's like into it. And then I kind of understood the group a bit more, and I was like, okay. So what I really learned from that is sometimes you may be super, super passionate about it, and you're probably more passionate about it than other people. So you do need to find your way to gauge how hard can you go into this before you make a fool of yourself. Or is this the right way to do it? Okay, yeah, I can see this person's going hard. Let's kind of team up with them. Then that's what I did. So I found someone in our group, Katie, amazing. She was super, super into this whole idea. And I sent her a text, and she probably DM'd more people than I did in like 15 minutes. Sent tons of people. And the thing is, though, for these messages, you need to be personal with them. So if you are trying to build a brand or anything like that, don't just copy and paste that, because people can read that out and it just sounds like BS. Send personal messages. But I sent a message to Katie. She responded. She was like, I'm 1,000% down. We're in it. And we got this group together, and I was like, okay, so I've come across way too hard. Somebody's already kind of called me out. Now, it's not really call out. It's just like telling them, oh, yo, you're going pretty hardcore at this. You got to chill. But I saw Katie was doing the same thing, so we kind of teamed up. We figured it out. We went, okay, we got to slow it down a little bit. Let's figure out how we're going to work as a group, get everything together. And we did that. And now we're growing and growing and growing. And then soon, I'm going to get planning. Within the next month, we're going to get a podcast going. And it's probably going to be run through my website, which is nice. But we'll have that going. We're going to have videos every week on YouTube, doing just a bunch of crazy stuff. We'll probably have like just people film their day once a week. And then we can kind of rotate that down. We can even break it down for YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and all that type of stuff. That's the cool part. We're really building a brand. And I love it. People, we got to help people find what they want to do earlier on. Because it changes the way, and I also got into university, so I had like no worries about that. That's cool. I'm going to Ottawa U, which is fun. And I got no worries. I'm super happy. I'm in bliss. But we need to help more people figure that out. And that's what this whole group's about. We're all about, we got to figure out positivity. We got to make sure everybody's happy. We got to make sure, how can we show off Canada to the people that don't see Canada as a place that makes amazing creators? MapleCrew will do it. That's my job. We're going to figure it out. I love the name, too. Oh, for the people listening, if you guys are good at making logos, send me a text, send me a DM, send me an email, because we're looking for a solid logo that we can use and kind of repurpose. But I really want to get to the point where we can I think we might do this. We were talking about it earlier today about just like making a team hoodie that we all get. It's just like a 10 shirt, 10 sweater deal just to buy them. So everybody has one, so it'd be really cool. But thank you for listening to this little rambling shot. I hope you like the 2 shots. It turned to like 20% on my thing, so I don't know if it actually continued to record. I don't know. Is it still move? Oh, yeah, it still follows me. But thank you guys so much listening to me rant. I know I repeated myself about a bunch. It's been like 3 weeks since I podcast, but I'm going to be trying to do a podcast every single day if I can. Don't trust me on that. I might, but hey, I got a film guy coming on. And then the next week, I'm going to have that talent manager come on, and I'm going to talk to... I think I'm going to make all the business calls I have into podcasts, and then invite the guests on as well, so it'll be really, really interesting. So, thank you guys for coming to episode 28 of Carson's Conversations. This has been amazing. I love you guys. Check out MapleCrew on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. No videos up yet, but I might crop this into one. Thank you, everybody. I love you.